So here are the protective factors, the stress buffers. We talked a little bit about this in the beginning, but I want you to kind of just think about what you have in your life and how you can utilize these. So resources, that includes health, right? I believe that's the biggest resource you can have, because what did Steve Jobs say? He didn't want to be the richest man in the cemetery. He had the money, he didn't have the health, right? Money is important because it opens doors. Money is a tool. Social networks, who you know matters, right? Your abilities, your skills, those types of things matter. Your access to opportunities and environments, right? You may not have a person who is going to mention your name at the table, and it's also not beneficial if you are not at the table, right? So these types of things help alleviate stress. Stress education is not something that we're necessarily taught about. I talk to a lot of elders and ask, like, you know, what did you learn? And one of the, or what are some of the skill sets that you wish that you gathered along the way? And one of the big ones is always stress management. Because as you age, you realize, like, oh, a lot of what I did was a reaction to stress. I was never in control. Right? So every time a situation happened in my life, I just reacted to it, and I did that the whole 85 years of my life, and I was never in control. I never got to where I wanted. I was never who I wanted to be or had what I wanted to have, because I did not necessarily get the education that I needed to know that these were challenges meant to build me, not break me, right? So I didn't avoid them. I approached them with courage and wanted to figure it out. Same thing with mindfulness training. It's hard. Again, we live in a society where there's stimulation all the time. And most of the time we can't even name how we're feeling on any given day. We don't know, right? We just don't. You ask a person, how you doing today? They go, fine, good, right? But you can't necessarily, they don't necessarily have the emotional vocabulary to say, I'm feeling withdrawn or detached or anxious or sad today. It's easier to say fine, right? But you're lying to yourself. And you're not identifying what is causing you internal harm. And you wonder why you don't have happiness or well-being or peace or satisfaction.